Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, I am going to show you how to create customer exit variables in BW4HANA. So before that, let's understand what is customer exit variable and when to use it. So you might know variables in query used to filter the query data at runtime. One of the simple example of variables is manual input variable where we manually provide the value when we execute the query. So let me show you in the system.
Let me find my report. So when we execute the query, you can see this prompt asking for our input. Since it is not mandatory, we can execute the query without giving any input. So let's execute it. So in this case, we have to manually provide the value each time we execute the query. Now, what if we need to run this query on a pre-specified date, or let's say based on the date on which we execute the query? So that's when customer exit variable comes into the picture. So customer exit variable populate the value automatically using the ABAP logic at runtime. Now I will show you how to create it. So let me open my query first. So here you can see this filter on calendar day. Currently it is manual input variable. So I'm going to replace it with customer exit variable. So let's first create the variable on calendar day. So right click on it and create new variable. Here you need to provide name and description. Here in process by we need to select customer exit, and this type of variable should be characteristics as we are applying filter on the characteristics value. So here we can select single value or interval. So here we need interval as it is a date. So we need to provide intervals of date. So click on finish. Now scroll down. Here we need to select the input type, which can be optional or mandatory. Then we need to disable this input ready button as we don't want to take any input from the user. Now save it. So now we have created our variable. Now the next part is we need to write the ABAP logic in the backend. So let me open my GUI and go to AC19 T code. So if in your project you already have any enhancement implementation, then you can enter here, and or else if you want to create new, then you can keep this name and then click on create button. Here provide any name and description. So click on continue and save it. I'm saving it locally, and here we need to give body implementation name and implementation class. So give any name here, and you can also give any class name without creating it. It will automatically create a new class with the same name. So here I am giving this ZCL underscore calde underscore exit. Here we need to select this RSRDA variable exit party, then click on continue. Then again we save it. Now click on implementing class, and here are two methods. We need to open that second method. Now here click on yes. Now here we need to write our logic. So start with some variable declaration. Now we need to write one if condition. I will tell you why we need this. Now let me open this parameter. So these are the parameters of this method. Now this I step, you can see in the description, it can have three values, 1, 2, and 3. So 1 means before processing the variable, 2 means after processing the variable, 3 is for validation. Now go back to the code. So now we need to write one case statement. So in the case, we need to write this I underscore vnam. So let's see what is this. So this is an importing parameter of this method, which contains the name of the variable for which we are populating the value. We will write the variable name here that we have created. So this part of the code should always be there irrespective of our logic. We will write our logic under this when condition. Now copy the variable name and paste it here. Now we will write our main logic to populate the value to this variable. Now if you remember, I have created this variable as interval, not a single value. Now let me write the code first, then I will explain you. So here I have assigned the value to low and high. So right now I have hard coded it, but I will create one TVARVC variable. From there, I will fetch these two values, low and high. So, so let me open the TVRVC table. Okay, then we can create a new variable. So for that, go to STVARV decode. Since we need a range variable, so in the select option, I'm creating a new variable. I'm assigning some values for lower limit and upper limit. You can also provide only lower limit if you don't want any upper limit, or not, you don't want to put any range. So now we need to retrieve the value of that variable from the TVARVC table. So I'm writing this select statement, select star from TVARVC, and we are storing into our internal table. We will define that table in some time. And then we put that variable name. Now I will define this internal table. You can define it either on the at the top, or you can also define just within this case statement. Now we also need one work area for this table. It is required when we will look through this table. Since this range value, it can have multiple values as well. So we will look through this table using this work area. Now let me finish the rest of the code, then we'll explain. Now the code is completed and I have also activated it. So let me explain you what I did in this code. Here at first I have retrieved all the data of that variable from TVRBC table and stored in internal table. Then loop through the internal table and assign the low and high value to my local range variable, and then append it to city range table. So this city range is nothing but the output parameter of this method, which holds the value for which we want to apply the restriction on the query. So hope I make you understand this code. Now let's assign this customer exit variable to my query filter. Right click on calendar day and restrict. Now we will replace this variable to our new customer exit variable. Click OK. Now save it and let's test our query. Now here you can see no prompts appear. So this is because we have already removed that manual input. So now here you can see only 2016 data is there. Since we have restricted the data for 2016 to 2020 data only, earlier 2011 data also there in this query. So our customer exit variable is working properly. I hope you also able to create it. So far we have seen how to create customer exit variable from scratch. Now I will tell you what to do if we already have any variable over any object. So in that case, like for example, here we have already created one customer exit variable and set up all the customer exit codes. So let me create a new one. So I've created this variable. Now let's move to our GUI. Since we have already set up all these things for this calendar day object, so we don't need to do these things again. So what we can do here, you can write one another when statement for our new variable. So if you create any more variables over the same object, so then in that case you just only need to write this when statement for each variables. So in this way you can create as many variables as you want by just creating another when statements. I hope you are now able to create customer exit variable whether from scratch or from existing. If you still have any doubt, then please ask it in the comment. Thanks for watching my video, and if you want to see more such tutorials, then please subscribe my channel. And if you want me to make tutorial on any topic, then please write down in the comment below. I will try to create my next tutorial on that.